Welcome students, we got a beautiful question. Foremost, we need a circle. Then we will have to draw the diameter. For that we would need the center. So I will draw the radius first. So this is the radius and the diameter is stretched with dashed lines. So I'm taking this point as O, this point as A, this point as B. Now from O the radius is drawn and we got the point C here. Now we've been given this line segment and this line segment is given, and that is given to be as 4 units. Now we've been asked to find the area of the orange color region, right? So let me draw that shaded region. Okay, so we have to get this region, and let me take this point as E, DE, and this point as F. Now E and F are in line. E and F are in line. And then we've been given CF. Now CF is equal to 8 units. This is given. Now what we got to do is we will have to get the area of this point. Now let me take this point as W, right? W is the center, of DF. So that means if you were to draw a diagonal, it will hit, actually it would be hitting D, right? So now how are we going to solve this question? You can pause and think for a minute and give the solution, and then come back to the video and check the output. So I hope you have got the solution. So let me just show you how the solution is got, right? So let's get it started. Foremost, what I wish to do, this is the solution answer. So connect E with F, right? So when you connect E with F, we get DOFE to be a rectangle, right? So this is the first step. Second step, step 2, you have to get the radius. We ought to find the radius of the circle. Now this is very important. Now let OA be equal to R, which is equal to OB, is equal to radius of the circle, right? So this means OD will be equal to, this entire length is R, so R negative 4. So OD is equal to R negative 4, right? Also OC is equal to R. This would mean my OF is equal to R negative 8. So this is going to be R negative 8. So this means my DE will also be equal to R negative 8, since DOFE is a rectangle, right? So this distance, what is this distance? This distance will be R negative 8. Okay. Now clearly angle D is equal to angle O is equal to angle F is equal to angle E is equal to 90 degrees. Okay, so this would mean EDO is a right angle triangle, right? So I'm using the space here. This would mean we can apply Pythagoras theorem. So what does that mean? That means DE squared plus OD squared is equal to OE squared, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to convert this, I'm going to join this, and you have a right triangle here, right? So my DE squared is R negative 8 squared plus OD squared is R negative 4 squared. My OE squared is going to be the radius, right? OE squared is going to be the radius. So I can substitute that to be R, right? So I can even say this is equal to OE over here. So this is equal to R squared 16R 64 R squared 8R 16, and what happens here, one R squared gets cancelled. Now this is going to be R squared negative 16R with 8R, that's going to be 24R plus 64 plus 16, or I should say 64 added with 16, that's going to be 80 is equal to 0. So this is what you get. Now you can factorize this, right? If you were to factorize this, you will get two values. So this is R negative 4 times R negative 20 is equal to 0. You can check this out, R into R squared, and negative 4R negative 20R 24, you get negative positive 80. So this means R is equal to 4 or R is equal to 20 are two values, but R is equal to 4 will give you a 0, so we drop this. So this means my R is equal to 20, right? This means R is equal to 20 is the radius. So if R is equal to 20, this is going to be 16 and this is going to be 12, right? This end. So let me just write that down. So this would mean my OF is equal to 12 units, but we want to get this area, right? We have got OF, that's the, if I were to, no, I'm not going to say anything now. Let me just get the information first. So let me draw this triangle for your better understanding. So what I wish to do is I would like to draw this triangle. Now you can answer this question in different ways, right? Now clearly, what I have drawn is I have drawn E and O. I have drawn F. Now at F there is a 90 degree. So at F there is a 90 degree. Now what we want is we want to have this region towards W. Right? I've taken this to be as W. This particular center to be as W. Right? So if we were to make that connection, we would have a drop like this. You would have a drop like this, and this would be W, and we are requested to find this region. Now OF has been found out to be as 12 units. Now if you make this drop, this is going to be 90. Now this FW is an angle bisector. So that means 90 degree is divided into 45 degrees and 45 degrees. Right? Now to get this area, we need to know OW, right? Because that is important. Since area of FWO is equal to half times base into height. This is the formula we will have to use. Now I do not know this side, but I know this angle. Now what I wish to do is I would like to use sine angle. Sine 45 degrees is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. My opposite side is OW. My hypotenuse side is 12. Sine 45 is 1 over root 2 is equal to OW divided by 12. Therefore OW is equal to 12 over root 2. We need WF. Right? So by Pythagoras I can state that WF squared plus OW squared is equal to OF squared. OF squared is OF is 12, so this is going to be 12 squared. OW is 12 over root of 2 squared plus WF squared. So now we need to get, I'm using this part of the page. So WF squared is equal to 12 squared negative 12 over root of 2 squared. This is going to be 12 squared negative 12 squared divided by root of 2 squared is going to be 2. So I take 12 squared out, I get 1 negative 1 over 2, which is equal to 12 squared of 1 negative 1 over 2 will give me 1 over 2. So I'm going to write this as 12 into 12 times 1 over 2. 2 divides here 6 times. 6 times 12 is 72. So this is my WF squared, right? So I need to get my WF. So WF is equal to root of 72. Can I write 72 as 4 times 1 time 8 times? 8 fours are 32, 3 fours are 4 and 7. So I'm going to rewrite this as 2 times of root 18. Root 18 is going to be 9 times 2. 9 twos are 18, and this is going to be 2 times 3 times root of 2, which is equal to 6 times root of 2. So this is my WF. Now we need to get this area. As I mentioned to you, we need to get this area. So what I would do is, let me get the final answer in this page. So therefore, area of FWO is equal to half into base times height. So half times, as I mentioned to you, you can take whichever to be the base. Now for example, I'm taking OW to be the base, so that's going to be 12 times root of 2 times, and the height, I'm taking WF to be the height, so that is 6 times root of 2, right? So root 2 gets cancelled, 2 divides here, 6 times 6 into 6, 36 square units. So what is this? This is the area of FWO. So that is the final solution for this question. Thank you students, enjoy the day.